That's the same thing happening now. I have gotten into the files in Abuja. And let me just say this before I tell you what I found. Forget that Monday night. They are right. You don't know. They might have started work Monday night, but they have started work Tuesday. Since that Tuesday morning, it's now Saturday. They have not even started declassifying the files. They haven't started declassifying his files. They opened a little bit of it, okay? And it's what they communicated with Hushpuppi that they're still looking at. Because Kyari has to sit in front of them and look at what Hushpuppi said and everything. But Kyari cannot be found. The FBI does not do media trial. So anybody on social media, if you like, can say this or that. You can abuse Sam Clare for Kemi or anybody. FBI does not do that. They came in to extradite him because he's holding money that belongs to other people. This was why the news broke on the open part of the investigation findings. I said the open part. The closed parts are not declassified yet. So now what I found out yesterday that Abba Kyari is talking from somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe it's village, maybe underground. But Abba Kyari has denied ever meeting Hushpuppi. That one is coming from police statement too, okay? Remember, when I did the 𝐷𝚾𝚘𝚘𝚘 case with Busola Dakolo, the rape case.
So this case,
remember when I did the rape case, there was some information in that police files that I discovered that really got the case like almost finished. When they went to interrogate Busola at headquarters, Busola was allowed to change the dates that she allegedly was raped because I discovered, here an investigative journalist just discovered that you were never raped because you said they raped you on a Mercedes car, doggy style. The car was not bought yet. You said you are coming back from babysitting the pastor's child. The baby was not born. As soon as I found that and I busted her, they allowed her to change the dates on the police statement because the officer in charge of that case, the Oga there was from Bayelsa and Timi is from Bayelsa. So one of the small officers working with that Oga is the one that tipped me up. And 𝐾𝐄𝐍𝐿, don't mention my name, she has changed the dates. You see? So I said, I'm calling you to talk to you about Mr. Kyari. Oh, I didn't even mention Mr. Kyari. I'm calling you to talk about a case. As I was talking, just that moment, someone called him. I heard somebody in the background talking to him. You know when you are talking to someone in the background, Sam Clef, he now said, doctor, please let me call you back. The DIG is calling me. Sure you get? And maybe that's the DIG calling him. The DIG didn't know who was on the phone with him. And I didn't say anything about Abba Kyari yet, but he never called me back. When I hung up, I said, maybe this guy knows investigative journalist is calling Abba Kyari. Sure you know what I mean? He wouldn't be able to call me back now because we just say no comments. He's the spokesman.
Because they can't comment on it right now.
Not now. So, okay. But I got into the files, okay, because I contacted my snitches. Abba Kyari's statement has been taken already. He denied ever meeting Hushpuppi.
But that's a problem because he has also said it was money for native. So he's complicating himself. So now policeman is supposed to, can you see that he shot
himself. He shot himself in the foot. Now he denied meeting Hushpuppi. Okay, that's premature because Kyari doesn't know that there's a separate document on how he traveled to Dubai. There's a certain document.
But he wasn't intelligent. He's a smart
SBNI. He does not know. He does not know there's a separate document that details how he traveled to Dubai to meet Hushpuppi. Hushpuppi don't give them video. You see what I date my video? Nigerians will be laughing when I say Kemi Olulonyo, Lagos, Nigeria, 31st of July. Hushpuppi don't give them dated video. And then boarding passes, Emirates airline, business class, everything is documented. Oh, people, if you travel.
Hold on, Mama. Let me now share a secret to people now. You see your iPhone, right? Your iPhone. Your iPhone you're holding. Everywhere you go, everywhere you be, there's a part in your iPhone that records where you are. Everything.
Right now. Maybe that's where they find him.
So
that's how they find him.
What people don't understand is that the world now is a digital world. They can link you through your trip. And if you bought a pass, if you bought a ticket now that you want to travel right now, it's easier for them to know that it's on the system. It's on the system. Computer is one. In as much you consider, this one ticket, they can still track. If nobody is safe, if they're ready for you, they will come for you.
I will go when I go to bed. I will turn off my location and everything. But listen, so he doesn't know that one is been documented. Yeah. So it's a separate document that details how he traveled and everything. Now, there's a lot developing, Sam Cleve, a lot. And we can't say much about figures now until the entire case and findings are open. The entire case has not been declassified because the FBI is still thinking, should we show Nigerian police all this stuff, okay, or should we just wait and show them more proof? Because the FBI didn't come for the Nigerian police, they came for Kyari and the EFCC. They figure that EFCC will help us, arrest him, and the EFCC is not cooperating. So this is the hottest part. This is the hottest part of my life with you. So let's do it. Let's lose this life. Regarding Kyari, a lot of the IGPs, they have always known about Kyari's antics. According to the police officer that snitched to me, the one that told me that he said he doesn't know Hushpuppi, Kyari, they said all the IGPs knows his antics and they kept him at bay, okay? Adamu was fired, right, by Osinbajo. Now, it brings out a lot of can of worms. Adamu shut him down, okay, because there was no political whatever that will get to him to resign or face justice for everything they accused him for. They accused Kyari of executing a man, a former SARS officer, Michael Adiku, the mastermind of OFFA robbery, the guy that shot 33 people, him and his other cohorts. Remember those two mentioned Bukola Saraki's name? And after they mentioned Bukola Saraki, Adiku died inside custody. He had a heart attack. He was sick. Now, all these cops at SARS, okay, he was a former SARS officer. SARS was still around. All these cops are now saying, I was the one that broke the story of OFFA robbery. 33 people, and all the TV stations were reporting 9, channels 12, TVC 15. I have 33 because the Mopol officer that got there after they shut up the police station and they went to shoot up the bank, the first Mopol officer to get there is a member of my church in Ibadan. And he told me, say, Auntie Kemi, I'm on my way to OFFA again. After service, so he was living in his uniform and guns and one big convoy of police in 𝐊𝐲𝐚𝐵 because the place right now was dangerous. I didn't know if the armed robbers were there. A former SARS officer orchestrated that and he died in custody. When he died, everybody was saying, they've cuckoo silenced him because he mentioned Bukola Saraki's name. At the end of the day, now documents are saying Kyari ordered his execution. Did you hear me? They're saying Kyari allegedly ordered his execution. Hey, what we're looking at is this FBI case. Other new things are now coming out about Kyari. Allegations that the Nigerian Police Service Commission say they are going to investigate. Okay? Adamu shut him down, but there was nobody or no politician that could get to him to resign or face justice. Is that why they fired Adamu? Maybe. Who knows? But most of the people that will constitute this panel, okay, are probably under his payroll, according to the cop that spoke to me. The senior cop that spoke to me under anonymity said most of these people are on his payroll. Which payroll does Kyari have? Which brings out, how much did he really get from Hushpuppi?
So that's why I said the country is fucked up, because normally it's supposed to pay the people that are supposed to pay the federal government or the police are supposed to be, what's it called, pay tax or whatever it is. So
Sam Cleve, do you know DIG Ogbizi? Mike Ogbizi, do you know him? He's retired now. Okay, they silently retired Ogbizi, okay, because his cup was full. Okay, Kyari's cup, they said, was also full and it has run over already. Okay, and nothing will keep him in play. The government hates foreign embarrassments. You know that. What did I say on Arise News? I said no media has covered this case. No TVC. TVC is owned by somebody who is in the ruling party. All right? AIT is ruled by another politician in the PDP. NTA, they won't even touch anything like that. The government hates embarrassment. If Lai Mohammed calls NTA and says no Hushpuppi story, they have to do that. All right? The government hates foreign embarrassment. Ordinarily, it would be me that NTA will call to come and do that talk. But they didn't, because some of the producers had already told me, Auntie Kemi, they won't let us do the story. So I said, I'm already going to Arise. All of you watch it there. You know what I'm saying? And Arise is independent. The government hates embarrassment. And these sanctions that Biden is about to put, if they don't release Kyari to the FBI, it will destroy the police. The country is dependent on grants, mostly from America. The money that we're using in Nigerian police force, most of them are grants we get from America. If the United States pulls out of of our country, other countries will follow. Don't forget, this is not about Kyari alone. It's not about SAT.
Police will sleep on that bridge with that now. If police house will be like dustbin. If they come out that level now for that bridge, all of them will leave.
me say this, we wouldn't have any money and finally the MPF will collapse. Now, Nigerian police consistently ignored criminal petitions against Kyari, okay? An activist revealed that to Sahara reporters. Listen to this. They say Kyari has been indicted, okay? Indicted at so many, hearings. Indicted for killing wealthy suspects in custody. Wealthy suspects in custody. What makes them wealthy?
Human rights are going to take over. So it's going to happen.
They've already know that Amnesty has already said that the indictment, they need to do something about Kyari, but Nigerian police has ignored it for so long. Okay, for example, that businessman that they said they shot, okay, that he was a Yahoo person. Why did Kyari and his boys reportedly empty his bank account? The wife told Amnesty International they emptied his bank account. And Amnesty is being told, Amnesty is telling Nigerian police force that you have to, you have to do something. Okay, they are saying that Michael Adiku was killed because he was in possession of a lot of money that came out of that bank. You hear me? Yeah, he was killed because he was told to. Where is the money? Listen to me, 88 million naira of a robbery. They killed everybody in there now. Everybody. That NYSC girl that was sitting on the table, probably trying to order her ATM card. She was sitting on the table in front of a customer service with her head like this, blood coming out of her nose. Not to death. That picture I will never forget. Like, they carried money. Everybody was silenced in that bank that day. And now they're saying that Kyari allegedly had him killed because he was in possession of the money in the money he robbed in the bank. Okay, it's not unusual to kill an armed robber. EndSARS had not happened, so they could actually kill you. Sure you get.
And
that's what they were.
That's what I was
but
now.
Nothing will happen. But that's what. But that's what we were doing. Sam Clef, that's what we were doing. We were killing suspects in custody from armed robberies. But many of the people that were killing were not even armed robbers. They didn't give them court dates. So many have been executed and wasted for nothing. Exactly. I think it was a robber. He killed 33 people and he stole money and they killed him. They just said he died in custody. Some people say it's because he mentioned Bukola's name. Others were saying because he had the money and Kyari wanted the money. At the end of the day, I don't like armed robbers, especially when they're police. The police is the real armed robber, according to some youths that I spoke to yesterday. The police is this, the police, IGP, IRS, STS. Okay, I told you about Kolo. Kolo is in STS, okay? DCP Kolo, he's in STS. STS is Special Tactical Squad. Every one of you Nigerians, you must know what this stands for. IRT, Intelligence Response, STS, Special Tactical Squad, okay?